Nous avons, au Grand Orient de France, et en général dans la franc-maçonnerie, le sentiment que nous avons une dette sociale dans la mesure où nous disposons d'un savoir, qui est un savoir acquis dans nos loges, et donc d'un pouvoir.
The world that maybe some people dreamt of at that conference back in Bournemouth, when it looked as if maybe history would end, that liberal democracy would triumph, that free market economics would slowly progress, and we'd have a new world order.
And together they helped to create, were the principal leaders in creating, a new world order and a winning strategy in the Cold War.
We are part of a new world order. And as the recently departed Admiral William J. Crowe once said, it's long on new and it's short on order.
Walter Isaacson wrote a wonderful book about some of the wise men who helped shape the New World Order following the Second World War.
As we devise a way forward in Iraq, I urge the international community to embrace its responsibility for creating that new world order. A new world order based upon collective action.
The transatlantic partnership was never just the foundation of our security. It was the foundation of our way of life. It was forged an experience of the most bitter and anguished kind. Out of it came a new Europe, a new world order, a new consensus as to how life should and could be lived.
And just like that, it was gone. It was a new world order. That's what President George H. Bush said. Harvard historian Francis Fukuyama pronounced the end of history.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed.
And we have an unprecedented opportunity to build a new era of peace and prosperity here and abroad, to build a new world order.
It's my understanding, I think, that the President, and I don't know the context of how it came up in his speech last night in New York, said that China must be a part of the new world order. Guess I would like to ask you how you envision China fitting into the new world order.
It is a country that we are going to have relationships with by virtue of its geopolitical importance.
American officials say breaking down regional and national barriers to the flow of goods and services would represent a spectacular benefit to economies around the world.
We are building a new world order.
Bush would actually make a commencement address at Maxwell Air Force Base declaring the birth of this order.
And that's why I wanted to speak to you today about the new world taking shape around us, about the prospects for a new world order now within our reach. In the coming weeks, I'll be talking in some detail about the possibility of a new world order emerging after the Cold War. But today, I want to discuss another aspect of that order. You see, as the Cold War drew to an end, we saw the possibilities of a new order in which nations work together. It refers to new ways of working with other nations to deter aggression and to achieve stability. As old threats recede, new threats emerge. The quest for the New World Order is in part a challenge to keep the dangers of disorder at bay. We must build on the successes of Desert Storm to give new shape and momentum to this New World Order. Only when this transformation is complete will we be able to take full measure of the opportunities presented by this new and evolving world order. The New World Order really is a tool for addressing a new world of possibilities. This order gains its mission and shape not just from shared interests, but from shared ideals.
After the Gulf War had ended, Bush was so obsessed with the idea of a new world order that he had a series of Glocks imprinted with the term that he would give to members of his administration, including Colin Powell, Brent Scowcroft, Dick Cheney, and General Norman Schwarzkopf. Cheney would even approve policy papers regarding the New World Order.
Defense Secretary Dick Cheney has approved a revised draft of a policy document on the New World Order. The Pentagon is backing off a controversial earlier draft and has abandoned a one superpower strategy. The final document puts more emphasis on international alliances and organizations.
This would become an unprecedented time period for people all over the globe to discuss at length what the New World Order meant to them. People within the media.
Does anybody want to talk about the New World Order? Is there a New World Order out there, or is this a vision that exists in the... Yeah, it does have its vision, there's no doubt about that. But does that exist in the president's mind, or does it exist out there in reality?
This president sees this episode as the first test case, as the first example for the New World Order he is trying to organize.
Some people have called it the New World Disorder, and there's a lot of truth to that.
University and institutional chairs.
I mean, we're talking a New World Order at Georgetown. And we'd like to be very much a part of it and continue to live.
This is a world that is likely to be dominated in the near future, and perhaps longer, by the Gulf War and the New World Order, which is the buzzword of the moment.
So the secret of a New World Order, and at this point it's just a slogan, but it does have some historical background in terms that orders have succeeded each other over time. The secret of this is to learn how to use coalitions. We are effective in the United Nations.
People within government.
George Bush has invoked a New World Order without enunciating a new American purpose. The president has still failed to articulate clear goals for our nation's foreign policy in this new age.
I find the term New World Order very revolting, and just not only historically but politically today. I think Harding is absolutely right, and the actions of the administration just after enunciation of the New World Order put the lie to the fact there is any real substance behind what they say as New World Order. The first act of the New World Order was A, to make war, and then B, was to sell arms all over again.
Is there a New World Order? We know certainly that George Bush has copyrighted the term at this point. In the aftermath of this war, though, is it an empty vessel into which something will be poured? Is it the appropriate term to use? Is it going to be a New World Order, or will disorder be just as significant in this process as we look ahead? Let's start with Madeline.
I think that we have, in fact, kind of had this term thrown at us, and many of us have not liked it, partially because of the previous historical connotation, and partially because I think it doesn't really deal with the way the world ought to be or is at the moment. But we are far from seeing a world order, and I'm not sure that it is in best U.S. interest to have a new world order in which we are the policeman.
While many began to become critical of this order, the term began to evaporate into the background.
We are very, very skeptical of an international order if we are not sure how the rules will be made, because thus far the international order has been made with rules that we had no input into and that affect us, and even when on the few occasions when the rules will seem to favor us, then they get changed. A unipolar world, a world of one superpower, may be quite dangerous for us.
The New World Order under the United Nations would mean, among other things, an end to our God-given rights given us and secured by the Constitution.
The New World Order, which now has been called by some the New World Disorder, and by some people on the more liberal persuasion, the taking over of the world by the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, and the UN to put us all in slavery.
Mal de vivre, tristesse. Mal de vivre, tristesse. Mal de vivre, tristesse. Mal de vivre.
Un mal de vivre qui nous anime au fin fond des abîmes. C'est le vice qui nous abîme pour des yébis trop tapines. Tu sens la rage dans la cabine, pas besoin de carabine. Quand tu vois toute la famine qui réside en Afrique, puis les villages pour pouvoir prendre tout leur fric. Bloqué au péage, tu te vois même plus dans le trafic. Dans le paysage où demeurent les plus belles escroqueries, orchestrées par l'État qui contrôle ta vie. Choisis le virage, il mène tout droit à la zombie. Des fils de lâches qui s'entraident que entre chéris. L'apprentissage de la rue est une vieille industrie. Le métissage vient des enfants violés de leurs nombreux crimes. Ne voile pas la face face à la justice et l'injustice entre l'homme d'affaires et le mec qu'un pas bat plus 10. C'est les valeurs et leur conscience qui fait preuve de fainéantise. Après l'analyse, beaucoup de mecs se noient dans la tise. Traumatisé, je constate une défaillance dans l'expertise. Autant dire, un gun, une gâchette et puis tu tires. Tu vas me dire, quand t'es sable, ton cache et puis tu tires. Mais les vrais guerriers lâchent pas, c'est le conflit qui m'attire. Je n'irai pas en tant que martyr avant de partir avec les satires en enfer. Pour mal commis, on t'enferme pour un Loki. Comment faire pour sortir cet enfer où les plus chanceux ressentent enferme avec une femme au fer. Le chagrin se noie dans un verre, les pompiers sont à la messe. Les cœurs pistés font leur rond et d'autres se prennent pour Jack Mèche. Ça l'homme contre soi-même, c'est la triste réalité. Les valeurs sont bafouées pour la crédibilité. Ils font des suivre leurs lois mais je suis pas habilité. Trop de paix sur la nature qui blesse l'humanité. Des régions devenues des tas de sens, indiens jusqu'au pygmée. Un monde qui part dans tous les sens et qui ne cesse de s'effriter. Ils font des suivre leurs lois mais je suis pas habilité. Trop de paix sur la nature qui blesse l'humanité. Les régions devenues des tas de sens, indiens jusqu'au pygmée. Un monde qui part dans tous les sens et qui ne cesse de s'effriter. Le vase est inondé.